15 Eastern on ESPN. Up next is Temple head coach Geoff Collins. Temple is 7-4 overall, 6-1 in the American. The Owls faced USF last Saturday. Temple won the game 27-17. Temple is on the road this week. They'll be facing UConn on Saturday. Will be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU. And then, as we mentioned at the top of the call, Isaiah Wright from Temple is the American Special Teams Player of the Week. Coach, thank you for joining us. If you take a minute to tie up the game against USF, please, and we expect to see as you hit the road to face UConn on Saturday.
Yeah, great team win, and the big thing with the team is we scored in all three phases of the game, scored touchdowns. Obviously, we did a really nice job getting into the end zone offensively like we do. Isaiah Wright, like you mentioned, was the AAC Special Teams Player of the Week with a huge punt return for a touchdown. He actually had another big kickoff return to get across midfield, and then defensively to end the game, call a fumble, sack, and then a recovered fumble for a touchdown. Those were team-building plays, and just, really proud of the guys, the way they came out the second half and, kind of flipped the game around, and they did it the right way, did it one play at a time, and playing our brand of football. I don't think we really played our brand the first half, and we challenged them at halftime to go out there and play, simple, tough football and do it one play at a time against a really, really good team. And, just proud of the guys, the way they rallied. And, on senior day, the last game, for the seniors in the link was really, really special.
We'll take questions from Coach Collins, please. Star 1 on your telephone keypad will put you in the queue. Then the operator will introduce you.
And we'll go to Sean Pastor, Al's Scaly.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Geoff. I was wondering what the what the film showed from Saturday in terms of not really being able to having great success running. It's not as it didn't look like really USF really was stacking the box, but they were really able to keep Rickwell in check.
No, they were in a different scheme than they had been running most of the season, and they were doing more 4 down front, and they were running this nickel blitz from the boundary, or nickel blitz from the field, or the corner blitz from the boundary, and we're doing a nice job disguising it. Obviously trying to load up the box because Rockwell and our offensive line is having a really good season running the football. So hats off to them. They did a nice job. They played hard. They tackled well, and I think we've gotten a rhythm in the second half, and we're moving the ball really good, reacting to the changes that they had done and showed us in the first half. So hats off to the offensive staff for making the adjustments at halftime, and hats off to our players for taking the coaching, staying in the moment, and applying those adjustments in the second half to give us success in the game.
Are there certain things like, sort of systems? Because, I just look, it's been 2 years, like you had trouble. You've had a lot of success running, but, 2 games against Villanova, you really had trouble running. 2 games against USF, you really had trouble running. Are there certain systems, and they run a little bit different systems than just the standard 4-3 or 3-4? Something about those systems that...
Yes, they're completely different defenses, but it's all about adjustments. The beautiful thing about football is it's a 11-on-11 chess match, and just making the adjustments throughout the game, guys, being able to adapt with the coaching and the different things that we're going to try to do. And, just really proud of our guys, the way they play and they fight and have resilience, trust in each other. Nobody panicked on either side of the ball. Some games the offense is really hot and the defense is playing a really good offense and might struggle a little bit, and the same thing, but we stay together, we play together, and have faith in one another, and I try to play really sound team football, and I think you saw that, definitely in the second half. Nobody panicked. Everybody just regrouped and came out and played our brand of football in the second half.
I just want to ask quickly about David Pendell. You recruited him, I guess, a little bit. You must have thought he had some potential. How good is the guy that you see on film now versus what you must have looked at a couple of years ago as a kid coming out of junior college?
Sure, no, he's a dynamic player, can do a lot of things with the football. I've been, obviously what a competitor he is. He's making plays with his feet, and he's really impressive throwing the ball. He's got some really good targets surrounding him. But I've been, impressed with him and get to know him during the recruiting process. He's a high-quality young man. high character, really good competitive spirit. So we definitely have a challenge coming up on Saturday at 3:30.
Okay, thanks.
Next, we'll go to Jim Fuller, New Haven Register.
Hey, Jim.
Yes, Coach. Hey, how are you?
Good.
I see Jalen Robinson's played a little guard now, and he was a tackle earlier in the season. Do you like him better at guard, and what are your thoughts overall on the season he's had for you?
Who's that? I'm so sorry.
Jalen Robinson.
Yeah, okay, I got you. I think it broke up a little bit. Yeah, Jalen, I think he's had a tremendous senior year. He's very multiple. We stress position flexibility in our program to making sure guys understand how the entire system works and giving them exposure to all the different positions across the line. And Jalen's come in and been a great leader for us as a senior, having a great season. Obviously, he's got all the physical attributes to be an elite offensive lineman, but just the way he's brought out his personality, his leadership, his intelligence, has been really special. And, obviously having one of the elite centers in college football, go down for 2 weeks, and then Vincent Picozzi, who I think is another elite offensive lineman at guard. Jalen just steps in. We've got two true freshmen playing offensive tackle for us. Jalen's doing a great job counseling them and mentoring them. So really, really proud of how he's played this year, and, big things for him to come in the future as well.
Are you hearing from NFL teams about his pro potential?
Absolutely. When the guys come in, he's definitely on their checklist that they go over. Obviously from a size, speed, athletic ability, he's off the charts that way. But then he's actually putting really good film, out there for scouts to watch. And the thing of him being able to play multiple positions only increases his, value to the NFL with the limited size of the roster. So guys that can do a lot of things are very, very marketable at the next level, and that's why we stress it in this program so much. And I'm really proud of Jalen for embracing our culture and doing those things.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Mark Naraducci, Philadelphia Inquirer.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Geoff. How you doing? Hey, Geoff, in your opinion, can you tell me what you think makes Isaiah Wright such a dangerous return man?
Yeah, he's got elite spatial awareness. He knows how to set up blocks. He's a dynamic athlete with really good change of direction. So he's a special player. And, but I think all those things complement. He knows how to set up blocks. He's got elite ball skills and change of direction ability. So he's a threat every time he touches the ball. And, obviously we try to have creative ways to get him the ball, but, obviously kickoff return and punt return. He's as dynamic of a player as I've ever been fortunate to coach. Really?
Wow. One other question. Jagger Gardner, I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Is he able to play, or is he?
He is.
Okay.
He is. Yeah,
okay.
He's able to play. We're excited about him. He's been, we've been featuring, Rockwell now that he's back healthy, and then Nitro's doing such a nice job for us, running the ball as well. So we've been featuring those two the last 2 weeks since Rock's been back. But yeah, we think the world of Jagger. He's a big-time running back in this program, and he's going to continue to get better. But I've been so proud of him, the way he's handled the situation, because he was getting a lot of touches while Rock was out. And now that Rock's back, just what a great teammate he's been, how positive he's been in the locker room, after the games, between series, always having Rockwell's back, always having Nitro's back. So he's just, I could just go on the list of, the great young men that I'm lucky to coach every day. And Jagger Gardner's right there because the way he's handled, the situation, the way he played whenever Rock was hurt. And then now when his touches are starting to be a little more limited, his attitude, his positivity, all those things I think are special. And, it's something special about our culture that embraces these kind of situations, understands, that times are going to change and you're going to get, featured one week, you might not be as featured the next, but still have a positive attitude, because you never know when your time's going to be, that you're going to get a lot of touches, a lot of carries, a lot of chances to make an impact in the game. And I think Jagger understands that, and that's why he's such an important part of our football team.
Thank you.
Take one final question for Coach Collins, please.
And that will come from Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Coach. Just to speak on Anthony Russo and just what he's meant to this team, what he's been able to put forward for you from a leadership standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the thing that jumps out is, what a strong arm he has, the throws that he can make, but what he does in the protection game, what he does in the run game, getting us into the right play, what he's been doing as a character person, a leadership guy. You just watch him between series offensively, while our defense is out on the field. Anthony is in constant communication with the O-linemen, with the receivers, with the running backs, the tight ends, just making sure everybody's staying in the groove, staying in the moment. We're all on the same page. So we've been really, really proud of his development, since we got here over the last 2 years, and he's playing at a really, really high level.
And you look at the beginning of the season, losing to Nova and Buffalo to start off the season, then winning 5 of the last 6 games. Just what you can say about the turnaround of this team, the belief in each other, and getting to a point right now where you have an opportunity to win 8 games, and obviously you're going bowling this year. Yeah,
just the big focus is just going one game at a time, one play at a time. I don't know if we really had that sense that really matters early in the season. I think we're trying to, go more big picture early, instead of taking the game as it comes and taking each play as it comes. But you watch the second half of the South Florida game, we're down 17-0. Nobody panics. Nobody tried to make 24 points or 27 points happen at once, because it's impossible. We just worked one play at a time, one situation at a time, and tried to dominate the moment that we were in. And, when we do that, we play really, really good football. And, we just talk about that all the time, stress that all the time, and that's on me as well, making sure that is the point of emphasis, that every play matters, playing one play at a time, take every game as it has a life of its own, play one game at a time. And I think that's been the key to our success, and credit to the players for buying into it, embracing it, and truly going out every single day and every single practice and every single moment and embracing that moment and dominating the situation that they're in. And so with the big challenge this week is to do it again. We got to take every practice and focus on it, study our opponent, study our playbook, and be ready to play a really good football team on Saturday. So that's a big challenge for us.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Coach, thanks for joining us not only today but all year long. Happy Thanksgiving to you and the Owls, and best of luck going forward.